Hello and welcome to Reality Check, a show where me and my friend, AlphaEmery, talk about stories from across the internet, and we judge them accordingly. Today's topic includes fake weddings and family speeches. While not every story may include graphic details of events, certain topics may be considered triggering for some people. So, a viewer discretion is advised. With all that said, here's your dose of reality.
So you were looking back to see if I was looking back to see if you were looking back to see if I was looking back at
I was
me.
touching you, touching me,
Touching me.
touching you, guitar.
Me and my brother will never be the same because of a fake wedding. Hi, and welcome back to Reality Check. That's what we named the show,
Yep.
right? Reality Check. Hi, welcome back to Reality Check, a show whose title we definitely decided on before we started recording today.
Chad, I'm gonna need you to make a reality.
It's me,
check.
AlphaEmery. I'll be your host. Sorry, we were speaking over each other. I'm your host, AlphaEmery, and this is C for Cool.
Hi.
We're reading Reddit stories, and we're judging them harshly because we are the arbiters of truth, justice, and the American way. There is no higher authority than us, and you can take that to the
Not
fucking
even the
bank.
fucking covenant. Arbiter.
The arc of the
Sorry, it's a Halo reference.
Master Chief. What are you doing, sir? Finishing this thread. Me and my brother will never be the same because of a fake wedding. I am not the Oop. Oop is exact butterscotch 40.
Fantastic names.
Me and my brother. Right? They're always good. Usually because for big like situations like this, people make a burner account that just has this post on it, which is separate from usually their main Reddit account. Originally posted to 2 hot takes and wedding shaming. Slap happy pap. That's my next Dark Souls
Hell yeah.
character's name. A wedding guest and friend / former employee of the brother-in-law appeared. Sidebar. All posts and replies are in chronological order. I'm not the original poster. Original poster is exact butterscotch. So butterscotch is Oop. And then we have Coat, and we have Slap Happy Pap, which I will never not say the full name. That is the best, one of the best fucking names I've
It's
ever
like a
heard.
tribe
Okay.
called Quest. You gotta say the whole thing.
Cake. Me, 30 female, and my brother, 31 male, have always been as close as twins. Our closeness is a foundation in our family. One of the true consistent relationships, obviously not in a weird way. Oh, I immediately thought it was a weird way. You can't say it like that and me not think it's a weird way.
You had to say it.
Yeah, definitely not in a weird way. when we fight, Bio bro, I'm stuck in the washer.
What's the matter, bio sis?
What's the matter, Bio bro? Oh my god. When we fight, which is never,
You gotta
or
stop
small
with the
fights,
parentheses.
the whole family feels it and tries,
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not going to hate on him. I'm a parentheses motherfucker too.
I mean, I get using it for thoughts.
But usually, yeah, you can't have 2 in the
Yeah.
same sentence. That's too much. One additional thought per sentence. That's the rule. The whole family feels it and tries to fix it because of how natural it feels for everyone. He gave me away at my wedding. I named a child after him. We have matching tattoos. We talk on the phone almost every day. I started planning his wedding. He asked me to be a groomsman.
30
Female?
Okay.
He asked me to be a groomsman. I'm just confused. This is atypical.
Yeah.
I'm not judging it. This is atypical. While his friend, 35-ish female, would be the best man.
Okay.
Everyone thought this was odd because of his role at my wedding, and none of us really know / have met his friend. I expressed how it hurt my feelings and was met with, "My wedding isn't about you."
Ooh.
Okay, fine. I'll do what you ask. So
I need a little. I got a little bit lost in that. There was a lot of me trying to think about the ages and who was being talked to.
The sister is upset that his friend that they've never met is the best man.
Okay. OP
Because of how close
OP is mad about the brother's girl that is a friend being the best man. Got it.
Yeah. Yes. Instead of the sister, because she goes. The whole first paragraph is how close they are.
Gave me away at my wedding. Okay. And named a child.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which gave her away at the wedding is usually the role of the father. So, not the best man, but arguably an even more like significant. I don't want to say important, but an even more significant role of like, I am giving my blessing to the person who's taking is now your responsibility to take care of her. I, who used to be her caregiver, now am offering her to you to be the new caregiver. So that's pretty important. Friend, 35, female, best man. People have never met her. Okay, fine. During the planning, he called me every day. We sent ideas. I helped with making stuff. I didn't mind. I decided early on not to focus on titles, but just to make this day as amazing as possible for my brother. He asked me to be flower fairy because this was a gay, child-free wedding. Instead of flower girl, flower fairy.
No, sorry.
There's no children.
I fucked up because I fucked up best man with bride. They said gay wedding, and I swapped the two positions. Okay.
Oh, okay. I understand. Yeah. So apparently he's gay. That explains the female groomsman. Not explains. That makes it make more sense to me. That is an atypical organization, but no children. Okay. I'm with you now. I agreed. During the process of dress/shoe picking, him and the best man would shoot down all my ideas. She would send very basic heels that were around $100. Heck no. I told her my budget was $45 for shoes, especially for plain gold heels. The wedding party all had very mean girl mentality. Oh, okay. No. I felt it from day one. There was the wedding party and then me. I chalked this up to not really knowing them well and proximity. All of them live in a different state than me. And we even went as fair as saying the shoes I like were too slutty. Mm-hmm. They were the type of small heels that place up around your calf or that place up around your calf or around your ankle. I guess the kind of like heel. You're talking like zip up heels?
Possibly that. Maybe like the kind of heels that are kind of like sandals, but they have a wraparound that goes up to the ankle.
Okay. Interesting.
One or the other, either the boot style or the strap style. But okay.
Because boot style is, I'll be honest, if it's like the zip up, like thigh high boots that go all the way up to your calf, that's kind of wild for a wedding. That's kind of that's a little extreme. That's a bit much.
So the best man,
go ahead,
is injecting a lot of how everything should go.
Specifically to counter the sister. Or not necessarily to counter, but in opposition of what the sister likes. All of the sister's suggestions are being shot down and disagreed with. After this, I begged to come as a guest so I could wear what I want and not feel this weird mean girl mod mentality from the rest of the wedding group. My brother says, no way. I can't get married without you being by my side. Mm-hmm. I get to the state the wedding will be, and the first day I'm there, I find out best man had the bachelor party the night before I got there. Everyone from the wedding party was included aside from me. I let it go and focus on the wedding and doing my part. So I slap on some wings, dance my way down the aisle. and give my very first wedding speech. Shut the fuck up. You can't drop a pun in the middle of this. My very first wedding speech? You're the asshole.
Very first wedding speech.
You're the asshole for making me read that. Shut the fuck up.
My brother's friend just like pushed me down and kicked dirt into my eyes.
And then I made my very first my very first wedding speech.
Okay.
All goes well. The wedding was awesome until the drag show.
Okay.
Yes, they had a drag show at their wedding. During the show, one of the queens comes on and basically announces that this was all fake because my brother and his partner had gotten married 1 year prior. I turned to the rest of the wedding party and asked, did they know? They did. They were at the real wedding. Everyone but me.
Whoa. Huh. Like they got some kind of wedlocked and are putting this on for a show?
Me and my brother will never be the same because of a fake wedding. I now have the context.
Fuck, okay.
I'm sitting there trying to process, and my mom, who gave them $3,000 for the wedding because they needed it, storms up to ask if I knew. I told her no, and she immediately switched to being supportive to me because of how bad the situation was.
Okay, good.
It's not about them already being married. They can do what they want. I myself spent over $4,000 on this wedding because I was coming from out of state, and I had to get a plane ticket. I paid for a week at an Airbnb. One night, most of the wedding party stayed at the house I rented because they didn't have anywhere else to go and did not even offer to pay for any of it. The dress for the wedding, the fairy wings, I handmade all of it. I spent so much time and money on this wedding. But then I start to remember all the lies. They got married, and 3 days after my brother was at my house while I have birth to my last child.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. Was at my house while I have birth to my last child because I always want him to be part of my huge moments. He held my newborn, knowing he had just gotten married, and said nothing. They gaslight me, saying I was crazy, feeling left out. Him saying he can't get married without me. Lying to my face every single day for a year. Just all of it. After realizing all of this, I tried to leave without making a scene. His husband mockingly asked me if I was mad. I said I'd talk to them another day and they should enjoy their night. I was able to leave without anyone else at the wedding knowing I was upset. Before I could leave, the happy couple pulls me into a room. My brother is crying, saying he didn't do this to hurt me. I kept it together, said, enjoy your night and we'll talk another day. His husband says, oh, so there is something to talk about then. I repeat, we can talk another day. They ask me to brunch. I say I'll see if I'm up for it. Up/ready for it when they go.
Whoa.
The next dude, imagine.
Oh my God.
Imagine you go to a wedding and you find out this is a fake wedding. They got married last year. The next morning I realize the whole wedding party and some guests are going to lunch. I chose not to go because I am not going to put myself in a situation where I am ganged up on, again, over my feelings about the wedding and wedding party. After I left the wedding chat on Snap, which they were notified of. What the fuck does that mean?
Snapchat.
Once I left... Oh, I'm sorry. I read wedding party. Once I left the wedding chat on Snap, which they were notified of, at this point, it's the next morning, and his husband starts blowing me and my friend. Whoa, that's crazy. He starts blowing you and your friend? That's crazy.
You guys stop with the parentheses, ma'am.
Who was with me? Up.
The fact that chat can't see it, but I can see your outlines. Yeah. Yeah.
OP. Sorry, oop. I'm going to be honest with you. You're making it real hard for me to be on your side because of these sus-ass parentheses. Mm-hmm. You cool it. Listen, I love me some parentheses. I love adding jokes, and I love adding parenthetical jokes. Okay? I love that shit. You say a thing, parentheses. Like, you say something that's a little sus, parentheses, little emote, and parentheses, move on with your day. This is the absolute worst example of fucking parentheses I've ever seen in my entire existence.
Okay.
His husband starts blowing me and my friend, parentheses. That is crazy. That's fucking crazy. Don't ever do this again. I have to call it out right here. I have to complain about this. Don't ever fucking do this again. This is an insane. I knew what you meant. That's the thing, is I knew what you meant. But this break right here, that's insane. Don't do this. We ignore it and go about our day. Yeah, I'm ignoring and going about my day, okay? I have not looked at or spoken to my brother since, aside from the short responses to get me to the airport the day I left. When I left, actually valid. It's like, I'm not talking to you, but I got to get home first. Then I will continue not talking to you. When I left, I asked them to crop me out of the wedding photos, as I didn't want to be associated with a fake wedding, and I didn't want a reminder of how embarrassing it was and how stupid I looked. I told them I didn't want to speak to them again. My brother says nothing. His husband says, you're a narcissist, and I feel bad for the people who have to deal with you. Pretty sure narcissistic more aligns with tricking 100 people into coming to a wedding. Some of the wedding was paid for by other people, just to tell everyone, haha, this was a giant party for us. Joke's on you is probably more narcissistic than me reacting to the time, money, energy spent to attend a fake wedding. But all right, LOL.
Oh, my God.
I just don't know where to go from here. I have them both blocked. There is a line in our family. My brother has not tried to fix it. There is a line in our family. My brother has not tried to fix it. He has the chance to show me what I meant to him. He did, and now I have to believe him. Sidebar. I'm going to try to update in sections. 1, I guess to answer if he is in an abusive relationship, that is really up to each person to decide. I will not and won't label him as abusive because I'm not in that relationship with them. What?
Well, yeah, she said.
My mentioning of the drag.
She said she wants.
Go ahead.
I'm going to try to update. It's okay. Actual updates.
She re-edited the post. The everything from here down. Everything after the I have to believe him was an edited update. Okay.
Yeah.
I was confused.
I read the one and then there were multiple bullet points. I was like, whoa, hold on.
Yeah, 1 and then bullet points is actually crazy. Why is it not 1, 2, 3, 4? I guess to answer if he's in an abusive relationship, that really is up to each person to decide. I will not and won't label him as abusive because I'm not in that relationship with him. I just think
suspicious, but this person that he's marrying is a narcissist douchebag.
Well, I think he's a jerk, but I don't think that he's abusive. There's no evidence that they're abusive. He's an asshole to you because he doesn't like you because he thinks that you're stealing the show. But
I think it'll depend on what this actual wedding was that nobody knew anything about, that she didn't know anything about.
I've known some bitchy queens in my life. I'm just saying. This doesn't seem atypical.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've known people like this. That doesn't mean they're abusive. They're just kind of jerks. My mentioning of the drag queens was because they are a part of the story. Hello, it was one of the queens that made the announcement. Not sure why some of you are talking that as me being anything phobic. Mentioning that somebody is gay or that drag queens attended a wedding is part of a story and it's factual. It's not anything phobic. Our family, as well as our new husband's family, have always been nothing but supportive and accepting. Well, perhaps it's more of the statement when you said, yes, they had a drag show at the wedding.
Okay.
But also, I agree. That's a kind of a weird choice. That is a weird choice.
Yeah, I'm sure since she edited this post and we're seeing her response before we see the comments.
Yeah. Yeah, there was probably comments talking about this. Okay. My mom. My mom has 2 kids who are very hurt. She could never hate my brother, but she definitely does not like the decisions that he has been making. She is doing her best to support her 2 children. Okay. Gay wedding. No kids allowed. 2 separate statements, LOL. They definitely did not ban gay children from their wedding. What?
Okay. I gotcha.
I mentioned both of these things to explain why I was a flower fairy. No kids. Flower girl. Fairy to go along with the gay dragon theme. Hello, people. I hate Oop. I hate Oop. You're all.
We need to re-edit this story with the last oops. Give it to the last oop. Let her edit and go over the rough draft.
Listen. I'm not saying it forgives how the husband was acting. But if this is how this person is coming off, even just in text, imagine how they sound in person. So
it could be that
I'm gonna say the husband might have been matching energy.
Possibly. It could be something with this style of writing as to why there might be so many responses that are below this. There might be a lot of gaps missing.
I'm just saying she's responding with enough of a sarcastic tone that I could see somebody else responding in kind. You know what I mean? Like you get what you give, like that sort of thing. If she's hello people, I proudly slap those wings on and dance my way down the aisle, that is definitely not anything phobic. LOL. For those of you who are saying anything along those lines, you were definitely reaching and project. This just seems too combative.
Yeah, that's very combative with chat.
You know what I mean? So if she's responding like this just in text, imagine how she sounds in person when confronted with this.
They definitely did not ban gay children from their wedding. Lol.
Were people confused that they were specifically saying that gay children aren't allowed, but children were allowed?
I know the section that they're referencing, I didn't personally read it that way, but I guess some people did. But that is a very aggressive response for her to give back.
That's what I'm getting at. This seems like a bad faith assumption, and then a response to that bad faith assumption that's way too aggressive, like unnecessarily aggressive. Top questions. Do you want me to read this?
Top questions.
I guess this is important.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think this is still her response. For some reason, I cannot edit my post to add this, so hopefully most of you will see it.
Okay. Me and my new husband as far as I know, did not have any hard feelings going into the wedding. There was a time when they were dating that I expressed I didn't like the fact that my brother was working 2 jobs for a new husband to try to become a music producer. I watched my brother kill himself for years to try and support both of them while he sat around smoking weed in his studio. And ever since then, new husband decided that I hate him, even though we have since squashed all those issues when he got a job and started contributing. Even when we did not get along, I always made it very clear that my brother loves you and I love you too.
She is talking... Okay. Okay. Maybe not abusive, but there's certainly a bad mix going on here. Her brother's been working to support both of them. She confronted the partner, and the partner finally started contributing. Okay.
Yes. Both families have been very supportive. There was no homophobia or anything like that. I never thought that it never felt like there was any.
If they got to a gay wedding,
anything like that. Yeah, if they were willing to drop a combined $7,000 plus on a gay marriage, they're not homophobic. Is my brother in an abusive relationship? I don't know. I guess that's what each individual person would consider abusive. I don't want to label my brother's partner unfairly as abusive when I'm not in a relationship myself, and my brother has never expressed feeling abused. This is not necessarily. This is not a strong case. That could just mean that the abuse is very successful. I think if you consider this behavior manipulative and abusive, then that's up to your own discretion. However, I'm not going to give anyone that label. So it seems like she's not willing to say it's bad enough that it's abusive, but probably problematic, possibly problematic. I didn't decide this was a fake wedding. They did when they decided to announce in the middle of the ceremony that they were already married. They made it a fake wedding, and they announced that it was fake. LOL, hello. See what I mean? This is
I'm surprised. I'm surprised we have not yet figured out why there was a real wedding and why they are doing a fake wedding.
Yeah, follow up, a secondary wedding. Russian bots pushing propaganda. Okay, people, I only mentioned the fact that there was a drag show at the wedding because that's a very uncommon thing. I found out that my brother had been married for a year and had been lying to my face via drag queen announcements. This is just stating the fact. People are really upset about her mentioning the fucking drag queen thing. This is how the announcement was made. As a drunk queen got up there. I assume drunk. I may have conflated that. Or I may have invented that. But she said a queen gets up there and says, this isn't even a real wedding. They've been married for a year. That's how she found out. So it's relevant to the story.
They announced it like that.
Right. That has absolutely nothing to do with the drag community or how myself or anybody else should feel about them. They were paid to do a job, and they showed up and did what they were paid to do. Hold on. I completely missed it. I thought it was the bridal party or the wedding party that were in drag. I thought it was like the groomsmen, the bridesmaids that were in drag doing the show.
That was a separate thing.
You're saying they paid for a drag show?
Yeah.
Which means anything that the queen said was given to them to say.
Yeah, that was already... Yeah, either way, they were there.
It just hit me that this was a paid announcement. That the bride and the holy shit, that the people getting married were paying the queen to make the announcement.
Yeah. Oh yeah. God damn it. That's setting in too. I don't think I got that. I don't think I did either.
I don't know if I just missed it.
From what you just said a second ago, the like drunk drag queen. I don't remember if that's true either.
Yeah.
But I think I kind of went along with it of just like somebody just was outspoken and said this is a fake wedding, whether protest, outrage, drunk, or whatever. I didn't even think about that. But that makes sense because the bride, groom, whatever, got mad at the sister of just like, oh, so there is more to be talked about. Like, yeah, it was planned for them to make that announcement.
Exactly. They were revealing to everyone.
Thinking that there was absolutely nothing wrong with it.
Right.
And the spouse decided it was just like, oh, you have a problem with us doing this. Wow.
Man, that layer makes this so much worse. I thought it was a member of the wedding party. Okay, this was my envision of how the drag show went. People who were part of the wedding party put on a drag show, meaning it was their personal friends having fun doing a thing at the reception.
I thought that too.
If these are if these are paid queens who are coming in to do their show, that means that if they make that announcement, they were given that announcement to make. So that was planned. Somebody gave them that to say that. They didn't just wildly say that, unless the queen just got out there and was like, I remember these fucks. That's crazy. I have no ill will towards anybody in any type of community. Those of you who are saying me mentioning them comes off as judgmental are very much for reach. Is this not?
I don't know.
Is this translated?
Possibly. God.
Jesus Christ! This is like some of the most erring speech I've ever.
Comments thought she was bashing on drag queens. She's not. She's trying to explain, like, no, this was part of the wedding.
For those of you who think it's weird that I did not mention that he was gay, why is that weird and why is that relevant to the story? LOL. But you did. You said it's a gay wedding. The people who had their panties in a
that's not a problem.
At the end of the day, go ahead.
Well, yeah, we haven't read any comments yet. These are all reactions to comments, but there's a weird group of people in the comments, clearly.
Because gay mentioned. People get weird because gay mentioned. At the end of the day, I am mourning the loss of my brother. I am mourning the relationship that I thought him and I had. And to be honest, based off of my perspective of our closeness, I'm honestly questioning my own sanity. Do you generally spend hours talking to somebody, getting matching tattoos, planning a wedding, being at holidays, and childbirth with somebody that you're not close with? At least on my end, I did not make up how close I was with my brother if it was not reciprocated, and he is a very good actor. And honestly, me questioning our closeness has been the most hurtful part of this entire experience. It made me question if I'm crazy or not. Gay wedding, child 3, whatever. I also want to say I would never have slapped fairy wings on my back and danced down the aisle if I was not 100% supportive of them. So please stop trying to make this an issue other than two siblings having a falling out.
Yeah, something weird's going on in the comments. It could be that because of how poorly she is writing at certain points, the comments are getting confused.
That's kind of what I'm feeling. That's kind of what I'm feeling. Because...
yeah.
It was a gay, child-free wedding.
Yeah, that's a weird... I don't know that that's the proper way.
Gay child-free wedding. That's not how it's... I immediately understood.
I understood it too.
I immediately understood what she was saying. It's a gay wedding with no children allowed. It's a gay child-free wedding. I don't see how that's confusing or judgmental. Yeah. So I'm confused why this keeps being a thing to say.
Yeah, a lot of this updating is just her responding to people who are not getting it.
Thank you very much for the story. I did not make sure everybody I knew was leaving the wedding. Actually, it felt discreetly. It was almost 1 a.m. Did I make my brother cry? His now husband kept trying to force a conversation that I kept respectfully multiple times to have sidebar. The night of the wedding, so that I could not ruin the day, I showed up with every single thing my brother asked of me. I took the bullying, kept my mouth shut. See, that's the thing, is she really didn't even deal with it at all when it happened. Like she was like,
she was showing
completely
shock,
overwhelmed by it. Yeah, and then was just like, I have to process how I feel about this. I don't want to ruin your day. Let's deal with this later. And the husband, who's a nitpicky bitch, was like, something to say? You got something to say? We'll say it then. Got something to say? Update 1. I'm the flower fairy. That's so intimidating. What if your sleep paralysis demon standing in your doorway is just like, I'm the flower fairy.
Just some fucking automated machine. I'm the flower fairy.
Hi, I'm the flower fairy. And I'm here to make your wishes come true. Yay. Gang, 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 gang.
Oof. Okay, here we go.
It just powers down.
No.
I'm going to do my best to put as much information as I can, but it ends up really long and Reddit will not let me post. So I'm going to try and answer all the questions. I'm going to paraphrase a lot. Okay, the update is there's no update. Things are the same. They are still blocked. One suggestion was that I should write him a letter, and I actually did do the day after this happened, and I left it in his room. I laid out all my feelings and described in detail how hurt I was. We had a 2-hour doctor drive. We had a 2-hour drive where he said absolutely nothing even after reading my letter. I think this is speech to text. Because this is an insane... We had a 2-hour drive, and it's capitalized as though it's the name of a street. This is speech to text. Where he said absolutely nothing even after reading my letter. I did end up losing all of my manners when I landed, and my husband informed me that he sent him a message basically saying that I was overreacting. I said a lot of things that I was not very proud of. At the end of the day, I stand by my truth. I thought that said straw. I strawed by my truth, and I stand by my perspective of what happened. Please stop trying to make this a phobia issue. Both families have been nothing but supportive. They represent... I am so exhausted of this coming up. They represent themselves as the entire group of people, so stop being so minded. Drag queens will leave because of the day of the show. If you read this on your channel, messages outside of new home is always intimidated by my opinion. Okay, this is new information. That's an appropriate time to be a yes man. Outside of that, the new husband has always been intimidated by my opinion. I think he knows I can see through his BS. Weak men hate strong women. That's a fact. Okay. And that's the case here. However, he did not have any type of beef on the wedding day or for years to come. I made it clear if my brother loves you and wants to spend his life with you, then I support that. My mom is trying her best to be supportive as she can of both of her kids. She can never hate my brother, although she absolutely hates what he did. As far as I go, I don't know who I am without my brother. He was just as important to me as my children and my husband. It was always me and him. To say that I am mourning that is an understatement. Nowhere near as long as I thought it was going to be. The whole situation has made me question a 30-year relationship. Realizing his capability to live a double life that... Dude, I'm going to be honest. Yeah, it's weird and shitty. This is a pretty extreme reaction. Living a double life is kind of a wild statement here.
What's the fucking double life?
That he was married and didn't tell her.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we need that. That's the information we need. What is this 1 year gap of how did the year prior happen that these friends knew about and not the sister knew about that led to a fake wedding?
Right.
This is just her battling the comments.
Well, not only that, she has said the same. She's like, there's no update. I feel exactly the same way. Nothing has changed. Then why are you making an update? This person just wants to keep talking about her feelings, but her feelings are a circle. She's just spiraling. Realizing his capability to live a double life that I'm not a part of has rocked me to my entire core. Let's
read it proper first.
Has rocked to my entire world in my entire sense of reality. Did you get that? Rock to my entire world in my entire sense of reality. I'm not okay. You wear me out.
No, I'm not okay. Oh my God.
I'm going to spend the next year reading this fucking post because holy shit. I'm going to spend the next year being no contact. I'm going to go to therapy and get my mind, body, and soul in the best place possible while pushing as much good karma into the world as I can. She's upvoting every Reddit post she sees. Karma is a measure of popularity on Reddit. Maybe then I will be able to decide if I want to close that door fully and permanently, Dash, or if I'm at a place where I'm willing to create a new normal with him. I've
never seen somebody be more comfortable with using dashes than commas.
You say that, and I look at the next sentence.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, dash, I am absolutely devastated and heartbroken, dash. I also want to address frequently asked things. 1 period. Baby was number 5, dash. No fear of being overshadowed, dash.
Yeah, Justin Bieber was
the date that I got
really
married
popular
was
at the time. What's that mean about anything? Baby was number 5 on the charts, yes.
What does this mean? 1, baby was number 5. No fear of being overshadowed. The date that they got married was because it was a dating anniversary for them. Nothing to do with me or my pregnancy.
Okay. Pause for.
Am
yeah,
dying.
Let out what you need to let out, but then pause.
I am fucking dying. What does this sentence mean?
Okay, scroll up just a little bit. To the top of the update. That's there's not any other ones. That section right there that's blue, the comment about her husband. Have there been more of those that fuck? Okay, never mind. Who cares? It's deleted. Fuck it. We'll never know.
Oh. Your brother's husband is trash. He's jealous of the close. I thought that too. He sucks. His husband mockingly asked me if I was mad. The happy couple pulls me into a room. Keep talking. Husband says, "Oh, so there's something." Yeah, no, he sucks. No,
that was sucks. Clarified enough with him not working for a while.
I don't understand what this sentence means. I don't understand what this sentence means. What the fuck does this sentence mean? There's so much more to this than I realized.
We might need the curator to help explain this one. Maybe they know something we don't.
I also want to address frequently asked things. 1, baby was number 5. This sentence right here.
No, Mambo was number 5.
I could not survive this post without you. Thank you so much, Colin. No fear of being overshadowed. I'm just going by this one. The date that they got married was because it was a dating anniversary for them. Nothing to do with me or my pregnancy. Okay.
Pregnant at some point. Hold on to that.
2, I am aware that, well, because she said earlier that, like, days before
she had the kid, and
in order for the 1 year ago to line up, or sorry, when you line up 1 year ago from the fake wedding to the real wedding, he would have had to have gotten married secretly right before she went to labor.
She did mention that. He got married, never said anything, and she had a baby, and he still had never said anything. That's right. Okay.
I'm aware that people get married and have a large ceremony later. That's okay. It's not what they did. It's how they did it. Yeah, if they were saying this is a wedding the whole time, was the idea that they were going to have the queen announce and be like, surprise, we already got married? Was that the plan the whole time? Because from what she was saying, the only people who didn't know that they had gotten married that was at the fake wedding was mom and sister. Everyone else already knew. It sounds
like all the friends knew about it, and like the family knew nothing about it.
I am not a Russian bot trying to push propaganda. What the fuck is this? Because the gay stuff? Is that what they're... I'm so exhausted at this point. Those comments did make me laugh, though. If I had to answer why they would feel comfortable doing this to me, then I guess I wouldn't be as dumbfounded as I am. I'm not leaving out any type of detail. Honestly, it would be a lot easier if I did something so horrible to deserve this, because then I wouldn't have to wonder why. I'd know. At the end of the day, I'm not okay. I don't know if there's anything I could do to fix this. I'll always wonder if he's telling me the truth or what he's hiding. After the way his husband spoke to me and after him allowing him to do that, I'm honestly so disgusted with both of them. I deleted the original post because I didn't want them to be attacked. Sadly, I still have a need to try protect him. I don't know you guys. Fair.
Yeah, sure.
Fair. Fair. I'm trying. You post to try and get perspective, and then there's a bunch of angry comments who go to fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Okay.
Oh. Okay. Brother-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
Brother-in-law would be the shitty husband.
God damn it. The brother-in-law appeared and made a comments in the original post.
Yeah, he commented on the
Yeah.
original post.
Well, he made a comments.
On the original post.
Oh.
Colin, we can't be dying on our third
What you got to say, objective
We
code?
can't already be dying. We can't already. You know what? Do you want to read this one?
Sure. I'll let you get some drinks in. You go ahead. Okay. Brother-in-law here. I'll just start by saying, for one, having a big wedding ceremony 1 year later was not my idea. But once we decided that we were going to do it, we consulted many times about telling people beforehand for fear of things like this happening. I've never had a great relationship with OP, but we've tried to make things work mostly for my husband, her brother, because I knew they were very close, and while I wasn't too fond of her due to our interactions in the past, I know how important those close relationships are and would never wish to tear that apart. OP didn't want to talk about it at all. We tried to apologize and explain that the intention was never for any humiliation or insult to anyone at all, but she wouldn't have any conversation about it, especially the night of. The next day at the Airbnb, I tried to open a dialogue with OP about how she was feeling, and she openly responded with snark and comments about how there's nothing to talk about. That's the small conversation where the "so there is something to talk about" statement was said by me. I eventually let it be and left the room. Everything that was said by her didn't help me or anyone understand really how she felt about it, and the little she did say seemed very self-centered and about how this was a plan to humiliate her specifically, which it was most definitely not. Reading through this now, though, I do understand a bit more why she felt that way, and for that I truly am sorry. Anyway, I'm not entirely sure how these work or if there's a proper way to post this, but ask me anything, I guess. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm looking at my recording and it is at an hour and 20 minutes of this story. From where I cut to this
be
point,
fair,
you have not missed anything because this has been nothing but talking in circles. What?
all of the comments are just people who were there arguing back and forth about what did or did not happen. No new information was gathered. To be fair, that recording might be a little off because we did kind of dick around.
We've messed around for a little bit, but still, you didn't miss much.
You still, I'm going to guess you cut 20 minutes out of just nothing. But so we're going to get rid of that. That 0 out of 10, one of the worst stories I've ever read. Everyone sucks. The end. All right, we're moving on to the good one. Paid the price for making people laugh at my dad's expense. I'm not Oop. Oop is nuns with nunchucks.
Cool.
Posting an overheard and petty revenge. Ooh, petty revenge.
Okay.
I don't like the sound of that. 2 updates, medium. Okay. This just happened last month. December 16th, 18th, and 23rd.
The price for
This is a month
making
old.
people laugh at my dad's expense. Okay.
Yeah, try and fire me for having too much dick. Try it.
Okay.
Son, come into my office real quick. So we've been getting complaints from some of our female staff that, well, to be frank, they're walking with crutches and canes. And the only common denominator between them is you. It's not our chairs. It's that fucking fire hose you have hanging between your knees. We can't have you here. You're a liability, son. We're going to have to ask you to leave. Clear out your desk.
I'm sorry, that thing is not OSHA regulated.
You're a walking OSHA violation. Okay. Original. A fond and funny memory. Posted and overheard December 16th. A few years ago, I overheard my dad having the talk with my younger brother. I knew it was going to happen, so I made sure I was somewhere close enough to hear everything. Sidebar. Dad, intercourse is a precious experience. The stuff you watch on your phone is not what intimacy really is. I know you know what I'm talking about. Sex is something to be appreciated because it's special. Bro.
No.
Yeah, it's his brother. His brother is bro.
Nobody
Dad,
outside of porn uses bro, dude.
Bro, Dad, I'm old enough to know how sex works.
Good. As long as you
Good.
know you're not old enough to actually have... Wait. As long as you know you're not old to actually have sex yet. I was 30 years old when I lost my virginity to the love of my life, a.k.a. your mother.
That's a lie. Mom told you to say that.
Well, Mom wants you to stay her little boy forever, but we both know you're growing up, and I know what boys your age think about because I used to be one myself. Take it from someone with children, sex can be fun, but it can also be expensive. Condoms are cheap.
I hear you, Dad. But can I please continue playing Resident Evil now?
What? This is fake. This is a fake story. Oh man, that makes, bro. This is a 2005 story. This is AI.
Oh my god. Oh my god. But Dad, Nemesis is killing me.
Bro, should have known better. This is a 2005. This is an AI story.
Holy shit. 2025.
Sure, buddy. By the way, if your mother approaches you later and asks you to repeat what we just discussed, make sure you tell her that I gave you the whole birds and the bees speech from penetration to pregnancy to parenthood. The 3 Ps.
I've always said that. The 3 Ps. Penetration, everyone's favorite. Pregnancy, no one's favorite. To parenthood.
Ugh.
Not even.
And I've always said that.
And my stepdad just told me, park by the river so you can jump in if things get too hot. You can't afford an oops at your age. That's the whole post?
Day 1.
Yo, there's an update to this? Hold on, but that's so funny. That's so funny. I was 30 years old when I lost my virginity to the love of my life, a.k.a. your mother.
So the OP is the brother saying he overheard this conversation between his dad and his bro.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but then nothing happened.
Until update 1.
Oh, the original is titled A Fond and Funny
Yes.
Memory. Okay.
Right.
Okay, update. I don't give a shit. Oh, hold on. Context. How old is bro when this happened? Brother is 14 or 15. Dad waited too long to have the show. Bro's old enough to be telling him stuff. I'm saying. Nah. Now bro playing a third-person shooter game while thinking about sex. What could go wrong? There are a couple of baddies in Resident Evil. Bro, he sees Ada Wong come around the corner. He's like, my dad warned me about you. I don't know. Maybe he's into Leon. I don't know.
No, I
I'm just saying, look.
kids your age like to think about Jill Valentine, but have you ever thought of Oscar?
We're moving on. We're moving on.
Okay, so here's the real bit. Should be, anyway.
Yeah, here's the real shit. Petty revenge. 2 days later. It was my dad's birthday recently. In my speech, I decided to include an anecdote about the day my dad had the talk with my younger brother. I was eavesdropping, so I heard most of it, but the part that stood out to me was my dad telling my other brother that his existence was proof that sex can be expensive. So he must keep in mind that condoms are cheap. It was funny. People laughed. And then I added the obligatory wholesome stuff to remind everyone what an awesome person my dad was. My dad approached me afterwards and thanked me for the speech. And he also promised to get me back for bringing up the sex talk story. I laughed and said something along the lines of empty threats, old man. For what are you talking? Wait, what?
Okay. The dad laughed, said he would get him back.
Proof that sex can be expensive, so he must keep in mind that
that was a line that the dad said during the memory conversation to the brother.
Yeah. So what's the embarrassing part?
That the dad had the conversation with the brother, and he brought it up during a birthday event. Sorry.
Am I too mature to see what's embarrassing about that? I don't understand.
Yeah. OP mentioned this memory during his dad's birthday.
Yeah. Guys, listen, my dad's the best. He was being a responsible parent and making sure that my teenage brother understands the significance and importance of safe sex. Dad, good job, Dad. And then what?
I don't
understand. What's embarrassing about
they're
this?
Religious. I don't know. They said everybody laughed.
Maybe they're religious. And then God said, listen, don't...
Yeah.
Fuck her in the ass. I don't know. What did God say? God said a lot of stuff, apparently. A few days later, I was driving with my dad, running errands with him, and shit! Just right there in the car. When we stopped at a gas station, the tank was full, but my dad wanted to buy snacks to satisfy his sweet tooth. I said I was going to wait in the car, but then he looked at me like that was the weirdest thing to do in the world, so I put my phone away and entered the gas station with my dad. As soon as we approached the cashier with our stuff, my dad unexpectedly cashed in his threat by asking the cashier to add a box of condoms. Without anyone saying anything, he proudly informed the cashier that he was buying the condoms for his son and then pointed at me.
Okay. Interesting.
What is this? This family is like the most prude ass family. This is how you get back. I would be like, cool. I don't need to buy them. Cool. Thanks, Dad.
I don't know. What is this part of?
I'm buying these for my son.
It's just like, what is the part of him feeling gaslit by his dad of not giving a shit to go into a gas station? Anyway.
Well, because he was going to miss out on this hilarious opportunity to embarrass his son by buying condoms for his son.
Get a blueberry slushie? What the fuck kind of son are you?
Are you telling me you don't want a 99-cent large Polar Pop? You understand that we pay for the membership, right? Like, dude, where else are you going to get a blueberry Red Bull? Are you crazy? You don't want a microwavable hot dog that is already infested with 12 different parasites?
Oh, my God.
Listen, are you not trying to have diarrhea tonight from gas station sushi?
Listen, son, we had a wedding ceremony in Hawaii without your sister. We can afford the $5 upcharge on beef jerky.
You want a $20 bag of beef jerky that's got 2 bites in it? Holy shit.
Okay.
I was like, Dad, what the F? The cashier pointed to the variety of condom brands on the shelf behind her and asked my dad to choose. I told the cashier my dad was joking. My dad interrupted me and said he would never joke about safe sex for no reason other than to apply more trauma. Dad showed the cashier a photo on his phone of me with my girlfriend before explaining to the cashier that I was still young and inexperienced. So he's doing whatever he can as a parent to make sure that his son didn't allow a fleeting moment of fun to become a lifelong moment of... I actually don't know what he said here because I spoke over him and said I was going to wait in the car, which I did.
Lifelong moment of regret.
Moments later, my dad exited the gas station with boxes of condoms in his hands. The 1 or 2 snacks he bought were packed in a bag, but not the boxes of condoms. Oh, no, can't have that. People were staring as he approached the car, which I had to open because his hands were full. Why can't I hold all these condoms? My dad awkwardly got in the car and said he didn't know what condom brand I preferred, so he got all of them. Wow. All I could do was laugh at how far my father was willing to go to get back at me for something that was apparently worth the level of public humiliation. Damn. It's so stupid. That's hilarious. How old are you? I'm 20. I'm 20?
Bro, update 3, he's pregnant.
I wish he's pregnant.
I said what I said.
I wish I could have this type of relationship with my father. I fucking wish. This is it. Am I the only one who thinks this is actually really funny? Am I the dad?
Funny. No, that is funny.
Am I the dad?
That is
that's fucking
such
hilarious.
A good commitment.
Dude, I would be dying. I don't think you understand. He's like, and then when the cashier turns and is like, here's all of our
get one of each
condoms. Pick one. He's just like, one of everything, please. I would fall over laughing.
Oh my god, the only way it could be better is like let the son get in the car and then just be like, oh, here, can you hold these?
Dude, just imagine you're in line at the gas. You went to fill up. Okay, you go inside. It's a hard day at work, right? You're gonna get your fucking you're gonna get your Cosmic Stardust Alani. You're gonna get your bag of the pretzel cheese combos, right? And a bag of Airheads. You're like, I'm just gonna fucking chill. Maybe you're like, whatever, 6-pack of Mike's Hard, whatever. It's like, what? You're standing there in line, and in front of you, you see a dad and his son, who's an adult. He's 20. You see a dad and his son, just fucking piles of 20 boxes of condoms, and one blueberry Red Bull 16 ounce.
Oh my god.
Dude, I would laugh. I would laugh for real. You two have a good relationship. This is great. I'm saying. Okay. Editor's note, remove the recap. Okay. So this is the update. It removed the recap of the update.
Oh, wait.
Last night I had dinner with my family at their house. Go ahead.
Okay, 5 days later.
What?
7 days after the original. Okay, I was just...
Yeah, a week after the original
was. Okay.
This long. Yeah. Very short. Last night, I had dinner with my family at their house. My brother and I invited our girlfriends, so basically everyone was sitting next to their partner at the dinner table. Before we could feast, someone had to give thanks. I volunteered and encouraged everyone to close their eyes. I specifically gave thanks to my dad for the absurd amount of condoms he bought me.
Here's where it comes. Okay.
Someone's coming. Hey-o.
Safely.
I made it clear how much I appreciated the fact that he was not only protective of me as a person, but also of my penis. I said I was still in the process of testing all the condom brands he was kind enough to purchase at a random gas station. But at least I was able to provide feedback regarding the 3 different brands I've already put to use with the assistance of my girlfriend. That's crossing the line.
Too far with it.
That's crossing
you
the
can
line.
say thank you for buying the condoms. He's starting to go into all the detail of my penis. Shit like that. Yeah. Now you've gone too far with it.
I don't know. That's funny to me. That's still, maybe I'm warped, but that's still funny to me. Honestly, testing the brands, but spinning it to like, but you're jerking off. Testing the brands, that's fine. Do not include your girlfriend at the dinner table. That's a no. That for me, that's a no. I informed my dad that the numbing gel of the Climax Delay condoms was not really my thing because I kind of lost the sensation most of us wanted to feel during sex.
Yep. Going too far.
I'm glad I paused up here when it started to go off the rails, because this is like full train flipping through the forest downhill. We have yet to explode. The train's still falling downhill.
It's still working its way up the shaft.
But overall, the condom itself fit my erect penis perfectly. So I would score it a solid B for not breaking, unlike the Trojan condoms I used the following night. Now the train's on fire. Now the train has impacted, is exploding. The children are dying. This is a tragedy that will be reported on the news for weeks to come. I scored that brand an F and blamed my dad for the possibility of pregnancy.
Yep. How did he nail the joke at the birthday, but he's completely...
Because he shut the fuck up afterwards. He's going way too far this time. It's like the first one was like a 5-minute open mic night. He's like, get your jokes in, you're done. This is an hour-long Comedy Central special, and he does not know where the line is.
It's like...
Last but not least were the Durex condoms I used literally before coming to dinner. Not bad, but also not great. I said the size was an issue, but the problem was that the person who purchased the condoms in that size, which was my father, I said I didn't understand how the man who literally made my penis somehow miscalculated the size of my penis. This is not...
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
In front of my Cheez-Its? You know, you ever been in a situation where you're like hanging out with your friend group and somebody says a banger ass joke and everybody laughs? Mm-hmm. And then they keep like going farther down that line of joking, and less people laugh with every sentence until we're like 3 statements in, and not only is nobody laughing, but people are starting to look around at each other concerned.
Yeah. The ha-ha-has turned
into ugh. Ugh. They quickly gave thanks for the food and stuff before saying amen. The look on everybody's faces were priceless. My brother looked like he was laughing on the inside, while both our girlfriends looked like they were anxiously waiting for everyone else to react before they do. My mom sarcastically thanked my dad for teaching me never to act my age because dad himself still had some growing up to do. My dad eventually looked at me and said, "Are you happy now?" The answer was yes. I think my dad was out-revenged. I think my dad still out-revenged me with the condoms, but at least I didn't go out
That's
quietly.
crazy that's how that ends.
Bro, you really protected yourself on all sides and ribbed him for their pleasure.
Okay. You know what? I underestimated.
Dude, A+ joke structure.
This kid knows who his family is and knows absolutely what he can get away with it.
Sorry I had trouble with your tricky dicky. I made up the condom problems to get back at my dad. So you lied?! My dad never gave me the condom talk. I think that's because I'm a woman. And also because he's dead.
Yes. Well done, mammoth rope.
Thank you. Somebody with actual comedy chops. Holy shit. That whole... Here's the thing.
That joke went on too long.
Did you make your father
but...
uncomfortable? Did you make your father uncomfortable? Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Is that funny? Sure. I feel like you really lost the plot there. Yeah. Somewhere around the first time you said penis. The second time you said penis, it was already gone. It was a sailed ship. Actually, it was a sunk ship at that point. I informed my dad that the numbing gel of the climax delay condoms was not really my thing. My guy.
Yeah.
I guess it's good that like your whole family's cool with that, but ooh boy.
That is the thing.
Cool.
He knew what he could get away with his family. That doesn't mean that he structured the joke well.
He was very knowledgeable of his audience, but his technique could use a little work. That was just saying. Yeah,
A
so
few less strokes
like
on the keyboard.
I like how he added everyone laughed.
Right.
That is such a bullshit lie. No, they did not.
And everyone laughed.
Everyone did not laugh.
My girlfriend said, "I have the biggest penis."
And she sucked it right there. Anyways,
This show brought to you by Trojan.
Sponsored by Trojan. Oh my god, my guy. It's 3 a.m. So I think we should
Whoops.
call this.
I
an
think
episode
so.
Before I find out if my phone is broken.
Cool. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. We hope you have enjoyed it. Oh, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell as well.
And share the video.
Because we are trying to reach 2,000 subscribers. And with that, we would like that goal to be able to share these stories with you on Twitch, where we can record together, help us with our audio syncing a little bit, make this a little bit easier on us, but also we get to share in this with you, and that would be super fun because we're sure you have things to say about these stories as well, and we can bring that
I can't
up
imagine
then.
knowing my chat. I can't imagine what would be happening during that last story we just read. All the fucking dick jokes, all the condom jokes. Knowing my chat, it would have been heinous.
And after reaching 2,000 subscribers, we are aiming for the big 1 million subscribers.
1 million.
And with that,
a million.
with the million subscribers, we will be reacting to MXC's Most Extreme Elimination Challenge for our Have You Ever Seen series on YouTube, where you can watch us react to movies and TV shows. So go enjoy those. As well, follow along with AlphaEmery on YouTube, as well as twitch.tv/AlphaEmery.
Also super cool. He's on both YouTube and Twitch.
Thank you once again, everybody.
And TikTok. And TikTok.
On the TikToks. We are both on TikTok.
If I don't see at least 10 comments demanding C for cool brings back Dish It Out.
Shit.
You have failed me. You will have failed me.
I'll need a recipe to follow.
Some kind of banana bread.
That sounds good. We'll try that.
Some kind of world famous banana bread recipe.
Thank you, everybody. Till next time.
Okay.
Later.
Bye.